Thanks a lot. You rolling, Ed? Okay. Oh, God. Don't have to run away, Mo, even though you were caught in a short shot in the other place there. Along with Mo is Curtis Thompson and John Sheets here, and we'll catch their wives sooner or later, whether they like it or not. We'll catch them someplace. John comes from Horseheads. Curtis comes from Interlaken. And as we said, Mo comes from Milford. But you're living down in Florida now.
Right.
That's why he didn't drive his nice G. John and Curtis also own Chrysler 300 letter series cars, but John has driven something that's missing. Where is it?
Oh, she went to the motel.
Oh, she went to the motel. That's why we haven't found her. So we can't show you his handsome Oldsmobile right now. That wasn't Olds, wasn't it?
Yes.
Can't recognize those things. But Curtis has brought his, I don't think Ed's going to get a shot of it through all these small cars. Curtis has brought his small Dodge Omni.
Omni, right.
See how good I am with the new cars? You guys brought your old 300s. I know what they were at least.
Well,
right?
Mine is a 1975, and it's a W30. We're going to put another 0 on it. If you eliminate the O, because you couldn't have a 3000 through the letters, that would be
so you may have
a 300W.
To a 300
W.
Later series.
It's a W30,
right?
but it's a 300W.
There isn't anything left but madness around here.
Yes,
Curtis, how many you got now?
Figured it out when we got here.
Still got a few cars?
Yeah, I got a few. I think 12.
12?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not bad. And did you ever get your Daytona back yet? Or is it
No.
still in the paint shop?
It's still in the paint shop.
That's, what, 2 years now?
Yeah.
It should be nice when you
Should
get it
be.
out. I think it will be really nice.
It'll be dry enough to buff.
Okay, guys, I won't torture you any longer, but thanks anyway, right? Why don't you swing Bob? You wanna have the sun this way, Ed? Up. Okay. Eileen, where's Bob? Hey, Bob, I haven't caught you yet. Step right over here, Bob. Okay. Excuse me for crossing across. This is Bob Brass and his wife Eileen. They're from Cowanesque. Did I say that right?
Right.
That's not bad.
It's close enough anyway.
Cowanesque. I know it's something. Cowanesque. All right. Pennsylvania. They came all the way up here today, and I appreciate that, along with the rest of the people that drove long distances to get here. Bob has at least a couple of really sharp Chrysler 300 letter series cars.
Well, they're close to it.
I think they're very sharp. He has an E and a G, right? Have you got some more?
Got
I'm
an
not
F,
sure what
got
else.
an F
Have you got an F? F convertible? Apparently you've kept that away so my wife wouldn't find that.
Yep.
My favorite, or my wife's favorite car is the F convertible. And no wonder I can't remember that. She doesn't know you own that. You're in trouble.
I suppose.
Unfortunately, the weather was somewhat inclement earlier, and they didn't drive up in a Chrysler 300 today. They drove a Ford. Is that what it is? A Ford Ranchero, yeah. I get those mixed up with those Chevy El Caminos. I don't know much of those cars, the older ones. Anyway, we're really glad you people came up. Bob and Eileen have hosted these meets before, and we were lucky enough to get down to theirs 2 years ago, I believe, right? Yep, and we had a fine day down there. And, of course, John and Linda Sheets have done it before, and Curtis and Ruth Thompson have. Anyway, we're trying to get everybody that's here on a little piece of tape so we have something to remember it by. I'm not very good at taking pictures, so I get my boss over here with a video cassette machine, and we'll go at it this way. And right behind us here, we're going to move back. Thanks very much. Appreciate it, folks. Right behind us is the madman, and I've been just waiting to get to him. You got to get a wide shot of this, Ed. You got to get a wide shot of this. I wouldn't miss this for anything in the world. I'm telling you. You don't have any choice, boy, I'll tell you. Les is my good friend, as almost everybody who is familiar with me knows, and takes care of all of the mechanics practically on these ugly beasts that I own, that I mentioned before aren't in these pictures, but Les is keeping him going. But today he threw down the wrenches and put on his apron. Hey, you might have been eating a little of your own food. You're looking better. That pleases me. He's getting more like I am every day.
Get him over here away from the white background.
Okay. Now, all right, let's step over, and I want you to see that Les is doing all of the cooking today and doing a tremendous job at keeping everybody happy in the food department.
I'm telling you guys.
Have a few words. I want you to say a few things. And be careful. We're
That's
on
what I was
tape.
going to say.
Right.
You're going to put this on television or something?
Well, it'll at least be on our television.
Oh,
I don't
good
think
grief.
it'll be anything that'll go on the whole city, but maybe the Access Channel will take a look at this. Maybe they'll want to run it.
That's all I can say.
Oh well. Well, for all you folks,
Get out of here.
he doesn't want to interview.
Things to be done.
He doesn't want to interview. He wants to continue to work in this heat.
Yeah.
So.
Come on back in further, Jack.
Yeah,
Come on
right. It
back.
must be a lot warmer here.
This
See,
is-
Les knows I detest heat. I absolutely detest it. That's all there is to it. This
How's
is
that, Ed?
this is much better. back
Fine,
here.
huh? Just
Uh-huh.
a few moments you will see Jack perspire.
Yes,
right?
I think you will probably see it right
lose
now.
about 12 pounds.
You may see it if I lifted my head up right now. You may see
Thank
that.
you and good night.
Oh. Thank you, Mr. Shepard, for giving up your day of work to come here and work all day for nothing. It only represents a great loss to Les. Oh, and over there, Ed, if you got the Zoom working, you can swing around to your left, Ed. You still got her going? Swing around to your left and zoom in on that Oldsmobile. It just drove in right in the middle. In fact, zoom right in on the person driving it. And she won't even know we're doing this. When she gets out of the car, I'll have to say a few things about her. See, that car is the one that belongs to John and Linda Sheets. And Linda is always pulling pranks on me. So rather than interviewing her directly, I think as long as you've got a good shot of her from this distance, we will just play it back for her later on and show it to her. Now, let's see if she's going to come
Linda
this
brought
way.
me a cup.
Oh, whoops, he may not be able to focus on that bugger. Right. Yes, Linda's over talking to John, her husband, and Ray Simkuski right now with her back toward us. Yeah, just catch her walking around, Ed. That's good. With this 12-to-1 zoom, we ought to be able to get her up pretty good shape. I don't know what it looks like, but I'm sure it'll be all right. Now I'm just going to holler at her. I just want to see if she'll say something. Hey, Linda! Say hello to the microphone. Atta girl. Now, there's got to be some other people here. Can we shoot inside that building at all, Ed, or not? Too dark. Ah, that's what I like to see. Lorraine drinking. You're probably going to tell me that's Coke, right?
Oh, I love wine.
Oh, it's wine. Ah, all right. Oh, good grief. You got a picture of my dad who has to put up with all of this madness. My father, as almost everybody knows, makes 35 cents an hour for helping around here. Everybody else works for nothing. So he's our highest paid wage earner around here. Les is over there working for less than nothing. And right.
Yeah, but
Now he's after.
That's all you can eat.
All you can eat.
Yeah, that's right. It's the fringe benefits.
Okay, and I want to swing around and hit a couple more people, so let me get out of the way if you can still see in here, Ed. And we've seen said hello to Curtis and Mo, and this is Bill Corbell, all the way from Germantown.
That's right.
And Bill didn't come here really to see me. Bill came here to see the 300G that I own.
Yeah, I'm the guy that's going to buy Jack's 300G convertible. I want that on the record.
He's now got it on the record, right? Ed, a little editing might be necessary when we get back, right? This tape may not go straight forward as it was in the...
You can forget about Bill Corbell after this tape.
Right. Bill's dad is sitting back there, and we ought to have Bill's dad stand up too.
I'll take a second back seat to this old show.
Oh, nobody has to take a back seat. We just got to get everybody on one way or the other.
All righty, very good, Jack. It's a pleasure to be here.
Well, thank you people very much for coming. We really appreciate your coming all the way that long distance to get here, and
Enjoy
I hope,
it.
I
You
hope you're
enjoy
having
it.
a good time.
Very good time.
Wouldn't have missed it for the world,
That's
Jack.
right.
Germantown.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wouldn't have missed it for the world.
Well, I'm missing.
Outside of Schenectady. Boston Lake.
Uh-huh.
Well,
It's not too far from us.
I recently met them.
5,500, $6,000 maybe, I don't know.
You're getting there. Yeah, he's thinking.
I got to keep
He's thinking. Right. Keep talking. Right. I've already, the Birch boys want the Daytona and Superbird. You want the 300G. I might be able to clean a lot of junk out of here, right?
Make a good buck today.
Right. I met these fellows up at Lake Placid at the Chrysler 300 Club National meet up there. And we had a good time talking. And I had a good time trying to explain to Bill I wasn't really ready to sell the 300G yet, but he insisted that I should. You notice he caught me on the yet. Yeah, that gives him hope. He'll be back, see? Okay, well, thanks a lot for you guys coming up. I really appreciate it. And we'll,
Our pleasure, Jack.
thank you.
Wouldn't have missed it for the world.
Okay, Ed, if you still got it rolling, How far in can you get? Okay, this is Zalma Lidke, and we've caught your husband 3 or 4 times, Zalma, but we've missed you. You've been in here talking, and we've missed you, but we want you on this videotape, too.
Now, what would you like me to talk about?
Well,
Automobiles or some
can-
other?
it doesn't really make any difference, right?
Well, I am
You
going
don't really have to talk about it.
We are having such a lovely day today, and you have such a nice party. It's a lovely place to have it. Your home is lovely, and we're really having a beautiful day. And thank you for inviting us.
Well, thank you very much for coming, Zelma. We really appreciate it. All right, and right over here, across from Zelma, we have 2 good friends of ours, and the one in the foreground. You know, I've been able to say something about everybody else, but now I'm stuck. Now I'm stuck. Peg Waltman, who both love being on camera, obviously. You can tell that right away.
You got the right words.
Yes.
You can speak right over here. I'll be able to hear what you're saying later when we play this back.
It can't be taped.
No, we are lucky though. He's gone.
He's gone.
These people are friends of mine. Well, Peg, I gotta say it. I'm on video. I have to say you're friends of mine, right?
Thanks.
Yeah, and they've been working very hard to make this meet a successful meet, and so far I think things have run along pretty well. And we appreciate all the work you people have done to help it go.
Thank
So-
you for having us.
You're welcome. Okay.
Right. We'll get even.
Yeah. They'll get even, all right. Okay. Now, you got it rolling, Ed?
I didn't know.
Okay. Well, Ruth Thompson said we weren't going to catch her on, but we are going to. I'm going to slip behind you. You're okay. And I'm going to come over here for a second and sit down for just one moment because I haven't sat down yet. And I'm not an interviewer. We did catch Jennifer briefly before.
Yes, with my
But-
husband out there when I was in the
Yes,
house.
we
Okay,
caught,
uh-huh.
that's true, but we didn't catch Ruth. Curtis Thompson's wife, Ruth, is here. Would you like to say anything? You have any comments?
No comments.
You don't have any
Very
comments?
enjoyable party so far.
All right, well, she just wants to make sure that this doesn't ruin it, right? No chance of that. I just want to make sure we get everybody on the
Everybody in the
videotape.
picture. Oh.
Right.
Now, are you happy?
Well,
Did you have
I don't
everyone
have
on the
to,
videotape?
yeah, I don't have to worry as much anymore. As the day progresses, I worry less.
Oh, you
See,
did?
everybody else in the family works. I worry for them.
Okay.
That's how it works.
This looks like a lot of work. What you doing now?
Yeah, amen.
Yeah, well, this is probably the most work I've done, mainly because I don't do this kind of work.
That is quite
In fact, I don't do any work.
heavy, too.
This probably isn't a good time. You see, my boss is the one that's videotaping this, so he would agree right away. You got anything to say behind the other mic, Ed? He's being quiet. He's not saying anything.
Boss is very quiet.
My boss is not saying anything, right? I'm trying to figure out who we missed around here. Did we miss anybody?
Where's Mary? Does he have
Well,
her
we
on?
did catch Mary.
Oh, you
She
did,
did.
Mary.
She did come in. Jennifer, you want to say anything?
I really have not much to say, actually.
Good. Even though Ray didn't say anything, a little earlier than this morning, at least you got here.
Yeah,
and that,
he's-
that's the important thing, right?
Known to do things.
Okay, well, we're all going to enjoy some lighting and stuff like that pretty soon. Ed, I know one person you didn't get. You didn't get the carrier of the equipment. We probably ought to have the carrier of the equipment on videotape. Thank you, girls. I'm happy. Right. The carrier of the video equipment, the great Franklin Waltman, another good friend of mine who has helped us put this thing on. And, the big problem is, Frank, I don't know how to get him on. He's the one who's holding the camera.
Well, we can operate the camera. We'll catch him before the day is over.
You think there's some way to...
We are union members, so we get a lot more money. I have to carry this gear around on a hot day like this, so I expect a great deal of compensation for this, Jack.
There'll no doubt be a great deal of compensation. Oh, yeah. Gee, I hope it's well enough lit in here, Frank, so you don't miss anything. Well, what else? See the lights. You gotta go.
We're interviewing you this time.
Oh, all right.
That means
and
it's running. It's recording.
Oh, it's recording.
You're crazy, man. You really are.
I've been accused of that, I guess, and a number of other things.
Your Superbird looks a lot better than the one out here.
Well, that's because John has owned that since it was new, and he's driven it, and he's owned it down in New York City area. I think that may have something to do with it, and he's restoring his, and I was lucky enough to get mine done a few years ago.
Style car. It's just
It's a nice garage you have here.
Yeah, it's been a while in the.
Why don't you
the
start walking
makings.
backwards and get a shot of the garage? We can walk up
Can
with
you
them.
get this? It'll
I don't know.
probably the microphone will probably pull out of the tape.
Well,